I've told you already,
But...
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a
I mean...
But what?
What?
This far out from
Huh?
Don't fret, nobody... But if you dally...
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she...
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you, the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you...
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Time. You need to hurry up. Roasted fried. Take cover. This one's well done. This quickly.
By royal decree.
Nice and spicy.
Steady as stone.
You need to hurry up.
Yeah.
This one's well done. Let's not waste time.
I'll catch up.
What an annoyance. Fry. This is trouble.
Yeah.
Roasted fry. Well done.
Yeah.
The loneliness.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Roasted fry.
Time to clean up.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Leave it all to me.
You need to hurry up quickly. Roasted fry. This one's well done.
By royal decree,
Yeah,
nice
hurry
and
up.
spicy.
Roasted fry.
Someone needs... I must leave no stone unturned.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done. Almost. Fuel's clogged.
Odds reveal, but... Goba, get them! Hey, yeah!
Send this quickly.
Steady as stone. I'll catch up. Leave it all to
Send this
me.
quickly. This isn't good.
Ooh, wonderful.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized. Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly churls unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churls? What makes them...
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? What a
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you...
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. How does that sound? Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
A question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow in...
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the end. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No! Paimon's got a brain! But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say the subject of my first research was how you're able. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey! How would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in the research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't...
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be...
By royal decree,
At the frying pan, it's...
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should. Steady as stone.
odds revealed. Bubba, get them! You're toast!
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test...
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely... All going to plan. We should...
Paimon's still got a few... Let's keep...
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Leave it all to me.
By royal decree... Boba, get them!
I must leave no stone unturned.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a wildflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that...
It would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it?
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance, and it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience, because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyro-regisvine, or an Eye of the Storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit? Say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Agreed. I'd love to find a moment to put them all in order. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side, do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. Anyway.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets your... It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the result. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the...
Paimon doesn't think we'll have... How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from? do it the old...
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
I missed a spot. Someone needs assistance.
That was fast. An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, there are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place, I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostate.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go get—
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the if you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could use elemental sun. This must be electrohypostasis powder. The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it.
Goodness, you managed to find them. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed at—
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call them— I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning. In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capability. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then? So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her? Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, well, I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test.
I'll catch up. someone needs assistance.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Boba, get them!
You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research. Then if you would, please,
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway, if it turns out that the natural laws of Teyvat do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Teyvat do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such a... The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research. All these things that start out as...
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between...
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some...
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a... Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby. I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate them. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. A tried and tested... So, let's see you... It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you. It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come, let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the... Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You!
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? Participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outlander. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off.
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition. Is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself? would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficient. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel a little heavy right now.
Bon. Désolé tout le monde, j'étais obligé d'aller voir sur ma mère en haut. Elle avait besoin d'aide à cause de son lit, ça a brisé, puis elle ne peut pas faire grand chose parce qu'elle a une marchette. Puis elle a eu elle a reçu la paralysie de Belle l'année passée, c'est du coup, elle ne peut pas vraiment rien faire elle-même. J'ai été la donner un coup de main. Je vais désinfecter les mains avec le doigt de fer. Faut désinfecter les mains, ça, tout petit. C'est pour les papas. Non, c'était papa? Hein? Non, mais c'était papa. Moi, c'est comme. Ça sent fort, ça! Même pas ça sur moi! Ah! Une autre chose qui est vraiment comique. Je sais, beaucoup de monde stipule que le COVID c'était dangereux et tout. Et oui, c'est vrai, c'est dangereux d'un côté. Mais est-ce que vous vous êtes demandé pour quelle raison qu'un virus n'affecte seulement les humains et n'affecte pas toutes les espèces? C'est très simple. Ça veut simplement dire que c'est un virus qui a été développé et qui a été soit lancé ou qui a sorti du laboratoire. Oui, on sait que les animaux peuvent être plus résistants que nous en termes de pathogènes et de ces choses. Mais c'est quand même bizarre. Je suis pas un expert là-dedans. Mais je trouve ça personnellement bizarre. Alors sur ça, continuons.
Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it certainly doesn't hurt. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again? Well, glad I can count on you. I made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
Huh? Ok. Albedo, c'est un monstre à l'intérieur de lui ou quoi? Ouh, j'ai assez pour faire... Un, ici. Nous avons dans 10. Un instant, juste vérifier quelque chose. Je vais le former pour vous, un écran bleu pour vous pour temporairement. Juste voir comment filmer sans avoir quelque chose d'utile. Mona, Deluxe, Jean, Targalia, c'est 4 là qui sont level 5, je les ai pas. Sinon, j'aurais la chance d'avoir de Salut. Ou d'autres level 4. Attends, ok, il y a Sucrose. Salut, Tinyan, Q, celui-là 4. 4 étoiles que j'ai pas. Et 4, 5 étoiles que j'ai pas. Mon historique est quoi au juste? Ah. Ok. Pourquoi pas? Essayons. J'ai rien à perdre. Boum! Qui ça va être? Qui ça va être? J'ai pas Mona, j'ai pas Deluxe, j'ai pas Jean, puis j'ai pas Targaryen. J'ai déjà eu un 5 étoiles. Par cette bannière ci, puis c'était pas Targaryen. Ok, c'est pour la 5 étoiles, mais c'est Young Fei. Ça me convient. Ok, c'est pas un 5 étoiles, mais c'est une épée. Ça me convient. Et BOUM! Juste comme ça. On vient de se faire avoir Tartaglia. Wow. Tout le monde dit qu'il est OP. Tout le monde dit qu'il est vraiment incroyable. On le verra, on le saura. So, on a eu deux bonhommes. On a eu Young Fei de 4 étoiles, 2 armes de 4 étoiles, et on a eu Targaryen. Wow. Ça a été le wish le plus lubrifiant pour moi. Oh! Pas un, mais 2! Oh, 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 oh. 2 Tartaglia. Si c'est pas la beauté du monde. 2 Tartaglia. Wow! Non, c'est vrai, j'ai pas eu 2 armes. C'est une arme. Ok. Ok, un instant. Il faut que je tweete ça. C'est toujours bon de prendre une photo. De qu'est-ce que tu as droppé. Oh boy! Wow! Et ça c'est quoi? Wow! J'ai aucune idée à qui donner ça. Mais, deux Tartaglia. Oh! J'ai le cœur qui fait. Oh! Incroyable. Le pôle incroyable que j'ai créé là. Wow. Wow. Et le pire, c'est que personne n'a voulu faire le pôle là. Wow. Oh. C'est beau. Bien fait. Troisième constellation. Targaryen, première constellation. Un arc. J'ai aucune idée quel arc te donner. On va mettre lui. Et puis le weak spot. Oh. L'arme à une main. Ça serait bon pour elle. Aucune idée à qui je pourrais donner ça. Mais waouh! 2 5 étoiles. 2 Targaryen. C'est... Défi, pyro, hypothesis, Puis Mago Genki c'est l'autre dans l'autre côté. Dans le côté de la nouveauté. Ok. Ici. Pas assez pour ça. Pourquoi que tu... Ah oui, correct. Faut dire il joue dans mon roster. Hey, ça dit maintenant 1, 2, 3 et 5 étoiles. J'ai 3, 5 étoiles. Oh my god, je m'entends 1, 2, 3. Ici. Pourquoi je manque follow, il y a une follow. Ah oui, c'est celle que je suis pas capable de faire tout de suite. Et lui. La meilleure chose que ce serait à faire pour le moment, ça serait de me former mes 157 pour des artefacts ou des reliques. Mais avant, je vais sortir ma récompense de l'aventurier. Salut. Oh. Ouais, t'as fait le temps, je ne rends pas fatigué en faisant ça. Gros minet. Viens. Tu embarques. C'est embarqué. Viens. Nicolas, il va pas. Tu veux cocolle? T'es fatigué, viens faire dodo. Mon chat il est à côté de moi puis aïe, aïe. Il est vilain. Il fait que papa aussi il baille. Ouais.
Add Astra.
Claim Adventure Rain. Bonus. Ouh, ça c'est la première chose que je vais avoir. Elemental Burst de base plus 20. Ça veut dire que c'est pour quelqu'un qui son attaque avec le triangle va être affectif pour un bon moment. Comme ça. Ça peut être 45, 46, 40, ah faut voir, 47, 48. Oh my god. Ah. Ah, j'ai une nouveauté comme artefact. Ah. Short quality. Non. Ayant tout lock, ouais, en tout barré. Oui, j'ai seulement du violet d'équiper pour tout de suite. Il va vous dire le moment où que je vais pouvoir enfin m'équiper d'artefacts plus puissants. Comme par exemple, pour ma fille Noël, j'aimerais bien payer ce site, mais en 5 étoiles. Et avec des stats meilleurs. Parce que j'ai un stat de aspect, ça serait 2 stats de aspect, ça serait genre full red. Mais c'est pas full red. Ok.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take
Thé?
sugar? 1 cube or
Du
2?
thé? Tu penses que le thé va me faire réveiller, Noël? Noël. Oh. Ok.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
157. Je pourrais aller me faire lui, Storm Terror. Merde. Je vais pas mettre X crétin. Papa puis crétin, il appelle X. Voyons voir. Ça, on peut pas le faire à deux. C'est une des choses fondamentales que je déteste le plus. On peut pas le faire à deux. Ah, c'est trop fun. Possibilité de hésiter. Possibilité très basse. À 70. On reçoit des items. Encore des ET. Encore du violet, du bleu. 80. Encore. Un petit problème, hein. 90. Pareil, encore. Oh, c'est ridicule. Ok. J'ai besoin d'items ici.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Ok, là, faut que je vérifie c'est quel personnage t'as besoin. C'est pas un personnage, c'est plutôt Les armes. Ouais, c'est ça. Increase elemental skill and elemental burst by 30%, c'est bon. On va l'utiliser seulement pour prendre son corbeau. Son corbeau est utile grâce à ça. Et autre chose qui serait bon. Non, ok. So, c'est plutôt le enhance. Il va me manquer ça. Ok. Il manque ça, que c'est même pas. Oh! Le Tarzan est là pour ça. Ça serait dans le moment splendide de pouvoir aller le faire à grande quantité extrême. Ok. Sinon, s'il reste censé être en arme pour une non, hein. Elemental Skill, ça c'est le R2, c'est son petit bonnie. Ça c'est bon pour elle. Ça pourrait être écrit pour un autre personnage, je ne sais pas lequel que j'ai pas écrit ça avec, mais tout de suite ceci c'est meilleur. Ok. Barbara, tu n'as aucun choix de garder celui-ci. Elemental Burst. On n'a pas vraiment besoin de ça aussi. Non plus. Ça c'est pas la seule chose qu'elle peut prendre pour tout de suite. Même si c'est en Elemental Burst, c'est genre rarement qu'elle l'utilise. Ok. Lui c'est sa grosse épée qui est ici. Lui il est correct parce que je le prends pas. Je pourrais même lui équiper un arme blanche que je voudrais. Puis là, ça serait juste comme ah bah tiens. Tout arrière est correct. Titi. Tu vois, physical damage bonus versus basse attaque et attaque pourcentage. Attaque et attaque pourcentage, ce serait bon. Hein? C'est encore stické avec celui-là. Là, son arc. On prend ça. Enhance ceci, on prend ça. Je pense que c'est des arcs que me demande. Voilà. Ça vite l'arc qui me demande quelque chose. Livre. Si maman m'envoie un texte, elle dit bonjour à tout petit. Ouais, elle se donne des gros bisous. Elle me demande aussi de sortir de la viande assez pour faire des hamburgers et des frites à soir. Ouais. Papa plus là. Maintenant, il se regarde. Ouais, ok. Ah ah, cette arme-là. Ah ah. Rien que ces perles-là, j'ai aucune idée où ça se pogne. Seulement dans le donjon. Seulement dans les donjons. Puis je l'ai pas les autres services, c'est sûr. Tablette. C'est une tablette où je suis en ce moment même. Voyons voir. C'est une des knuckles. Mais je peux faire ce que c'est ici. Sunday, c'est tout en un. On est mercredi, attends. Mercredi, c'est Wednesday to Saturday. Ça serait Monday, non, Monday, Tuesday. On est ici, là. Wednesday, Saturday. Ok. Monday, Tuesday. Bah. Ok. On va voir si quelqu'un va me rejoindre pour le faire.
Steady as stone. Leave it all to me. I'll catch up.
I love Clee. She's adorable. We need someone with the eyes and then two.
Totoko? Totoko, where are you?
I want Klee too. Klee is so cute. Give me Klee next time. You give me Tartaglia, now I want Klee. I need to save my pre-roll for not for the well maybe for the next banner. Well, I may be able to get Futao. I do not understand what you just said. Me speak French is
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
By royal decree. Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Leave it all to me. As a dutiful maid would. Someone needs assistance.
Prominent nose. Sauf que t'as dû manger ton plat puis de l'eau, hein. Tu veux faire de l'eau à côté de papa, bien sûr, de l'eau. Pom 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 pom. Et boum.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Non, pourquoi tu mets dans la boboule de ça? Yeah.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
As a good night should.
Ah, come on! Arrête avec ta boboule! Ça fait pas de dégâts! C'est juste... canon.
Steady as stone.
Windblade.
I'll catch up.
By royal decree.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
As a dutiful maid would.
Windblade.
Oh non, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire, magicien? Tu vas être tout seul. Ah bah oui. Je peux pas une dent en plus.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
2 minutes 58. Wouhou! Un record. On attend une seconde baisse, puis il va t'envoyer une demande pour pouvoir continuer. Ah, il a sorti. Il a sorti! Ah, pourquoi? Pourquoi t'es parti? Why are you gone? Why? You did not find me. Oh. Je prendrais Bennett. Même si mon Bennett est juste comme bas level, il y a quand même des affaires qui sont decent dessus. Je vais dans le paquet setting. Je choisis de mettre Bennett à la place. Ben, t'as dû manger de ton plat. Bah. Peut-être du monde, ta galère, je l'ai eu récemment. Ouais, C'est juste ta cabine. Il y a un level 1 par exemple, parce que je l'ai eu tout à l'heure. Hein. Tartaglia. Tartaglia. Tout le monde dit Tartaglia, mais c'est Tartaglia. Tartaglia. Tartaglia.
Get out of here! Why do they never miss?
Why do they never miss?
Steady as stone.
Oh non, tu reçois trop de dégâts, tu vas mourir, petit magicien. Oh non, tu es mort.
Adventure time!
À son tour à lui.
Take cover!
Time to clean up.
Prepare to be blown away!
Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Get out of here! Take cover!
I'll catch up.
Out of the way! Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork!
As a dutiful maid would. I'll catch up.
Blown away!
Get out of here! Out of the way! Out of the way!
Blade.
Tidal wave!
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
No time to lose. Shouldn't let your guard down. Going in! Take cover!
Je continue jusqu'à ce que je prenne au moins 2 violettes. Tout petit. Bum 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 ba 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 bum ba 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 ba. Ok, on va enlever Brunette. On enlève Brunette, puis on va placer. On va placer. Elle. Allô? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Ah? As-tu faim? Ouais, hein? T'as faim? Papa aussi a faim. Papa n'a pas déjeuné puis dîner, hein? Papa il a faim aussi. Moça a faim.
Leave it all to me. I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid would. As a good knight should. Leave it all to me.
Windblade.
stone. Time to clean up.
You're mine. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Tout petit, tout petit, tout petit. Tu es un petit minou qui demande beaucoup de bronzer et de nourriture. T'as tellement faim. T'as encore faim? Oh, je m'en rappelle plus. Au moins, il a faim. Il mange. Il mange à sa faim. Ok. Tayo. Fun. Need to take a break. To get
Whenever you need me,
food.
I'll be there.
Et parti des ordres. Wow. Juste 50 secondes. Alors je vais arrêter cela, je vais aller dîner parce que j'ai pas mangé et j'ai vraiment faim. Et je vais revenir tout de suite après sur un autre live de Genshin Impact. Merci d'avoir venu et on se revoit à la prochaine.